Zero Codeverse. I am Sharmishta Kundu. I am working as a RPA lead in Zero. So today we are going to talk about RPA agentic automation with AI agents. So basically in this process we are going to segregate RPA, what is RPA and what is agentic AI. RPA is nothing but robotics process automation. It's a tool where everything is done by automation. Now there is multiple tools involved, but today we are going to talk about RPA UiPath and agents. What is agents? Agents is nothing but it can act independently, not dependent so much, and there is not much coding involved. So it's like a ChatGPT. How this ChatGPT works? You say, you give a prompt, and based on that, the ChatGPT gives the response. So it's exactly performs like that. So we will go ahead with our next slide, and slowly you will understand more because I will elaborate and go inside the topic. So this is what is the difference which I mentioned are robots and agents, which is robots act as a rule based. Now what is rule based? Whenever you are creating a process, you put certain rules. So let's take there is a if. If this happens, the bot should work like this. If that happens, the bot should work like this. So this is like you are the one who is creating it. But for agents, it is goal based. So just think about it. Now you have to extract data from a PDF. Now in PDF, the data could be anywhere. So that rule you have to define it RPA, robots, RPA. So but in agents, you just have to tell your bot that yes, this is the data I want to fetch. That could be invoice number, that could be invoice date, any data. So there is certain difference, and also when you work with the RPA, you need to do little bit of coding. So the coding is involved. But in agents, there is not much coding involved. It can act independently and builds the code within themselves. So moving on, we will come to this slide later because I need to show you the demo. Then only this slide I can explain it in a better way. So we will go ahead with our slide now. Okay, so this is what our RPA UiPath Automation Cloud looks like. This is Studio, Agents, Maestro, and Orchestrator. Today we are going to talk about agents. So we will go ahead. So this is what the agents looks like. Now you can build your agent from here. So there is inbuilt agent is also available in Automation Cloud where you can actually use them under agent templates. So let's take the right now you just saw in the PPT there was this the example which we are trying to see was invoice processing. So example it is also available here. Invoice validation against the contract agreement. So you can actually take multiple, if this is just an example, okay, there is multiple templates available. You can take any one of them based on your requirement. But for my case, I have created an agent from the scratch so that I can explain you in a better way. So whenever you are building an agent, as soon as you will click here, like build an agent, we'll go back. Yeah, as soon as we will click here, build an agent, your page will take you here. So whenever you are creating agent, you have to make sure there is 4 or 5 fields which is mandate and we have to fill those information. One is system prompt, one is user prompt, and if you require any tool, and based on that we need to make our logic. And there is this context and escalation. You can use the context as well if you need it. For my this scenario or POC, we didn't need it, so we didn't use it. So what is system prompt? What is user prompt? System prompt is nothing but let's take you give your first line of information to ChatGPT saying I want to extract the data from a PDF. So this is what the system prompt is. Based on your system prompt, your bot or your agent will start working. Your agent will start processing the data. Now, as you put this system prompt, based on that, you need to also give user prompt. Now, what is user prompt? So these are 2 main information that you need to do a little bit of R&D as well, because for some cases, the bot, the agent doesn't understand. So you need to write it in a very proper way so that your agent understand what exactly you mean. So let's take for my case, I needed account number, due date, and amount due. So these are the relevant information I want to extract from a PDF. Okay. So based on that, I have given those information. Whatever you are using, you could use a Word file, you could use a text file, you could use any file. For my case, I have just given this example. So this is what is user prompt is. You need to make sure you need to write everything, what's your basic requirement. And in user prompt and system prompt, you can write it in a brief that what are the details it means. and as soon as you will give the detail, the bot will give you suggestions. Okay, so let's take whatever you have written and whatever bot has written, you can match, and if you need to add more suggestion, you can do that. After adding suggestion and after adding everything, this is what it looks like. Now, as you can see, under tools, I have added two. One is read PDF from Google Drive, and one is update document. Why I have used that? So basically, I was trying to extract the. So first I was trying to extract the PDF as text, and I was trying to give it as an input. Then I thought, why to do that? Because there is a dependency of me, right? Like if I will not able to give that, the bot will not work. So the agent will not work. So because of that, I put my input file in the Google Drive. So now my agent will be extracting the data from Google Drive, processing based on your user and system prompt, and then based on that, it will update the document. Update document is nothing but the same file, same data, which is account number, due date, amount due. These are the data bots agent needs to capture and give me as an output. Now, what is my input file in the Google Drive? I will just show it to you. So this is my personal drive. So this is the PDF, and as you can see, I am trying to extract this amount due, this account number, due date, all of these information. Okay, so now I have two PDF. I have given both of them here. So now I will start running. So now, as you can see, the same thing we can do it. Yes, we can do it with RPA UiPath as well. But I need to write certain codes for that. I need to write, okay, this exactly the same way. At least this part also needs to be there in RPA as well. Like extract the data from Google Drive and processing. But process based on what? You have to put that logic. Either it could be API, either it could be UI. Based on that, you need to write the whole set of code. But for that, we can skip those all set of code and we can just use system and user prompt. So I will just, since I have already created it, I will just run it. So this is the same file name. I have given this file name here. And it will start running. Now it takes generally 2 to 3 minutes, and why it doesn't even take 2 to 3 minutes, it takes lesser than that. Just because we are using a certain piece of code where it is taking the data from Google Drive, that's why it is taking this much time. Now as you can see, my agents runs, and as soon as my agents run, my LLM modules calls. This is GPT-4. Okay, this is large language module. This actually has all these inbuilt data. I haven't created this. UiPath agent already have them. Okay, so as based on the data you will be giving in system and user prompt, it will be finding that particular LLM model and it will be running the bot. So as you can see, it is already running the bot. And yes, the tool call. The tool, you remember there is yes. So here, as you can see, the tools was there. In this tool, I have given the tool logic where it is one is taking the data from Google Drive and one is updating the document. So now, as you can see, it is successful. Okay. So now we will just check here. Okay, this is the input section. This is the output section. So we will just check here if the data are matching or not. It says due date this, amount is 90.15 and the extraction status is success. So we will go ahead in our drive in the output file. Okay, so this is the one which is latest created. So we will open this, and yes, the due date is 9.15 and sorry, amount is 90.15. The due date is this, account number is this. So this is just an example. This is just an example I have created with a small set of data. And the output for now is in the JSON format. We can change it in a text. We can change it in any format. So here I have used a PDF file, and here I have used created a template or agent from the scratch, and based on that the bot ran. So now we will go back to our PPT. So here, so this is without the agent, and the next PPT will be with the agent. So here the invoice is created, the robot is reviewing the invoice, and it is whatever data you are giving, based on that it is taking. But after validating, bot has found some error. It needs a human touch, so that human touch could be error prone and it takes hours to complete that. And the same way, it is distract from the business critical tasks and take days. Since the humans will be already allocated with multiple tasks. So that might take time. But with AI agent, that we can resolve that. It takes minutes because agents, you don't have to do anything. You just have to tell agent extract the data from this, and your agent will be already working itself. So you don't have to do a certain logic, go back and change the logic and come back and publish the code. You don't have to do that. Publish, yes, you have to do that, but other than the code part. So here, the same way, the agent is taking care of this, so we can save time, we can save, the errors will be less, and then based on that, it is updating the update record in ERP. So this is what the whole demo is about, how this AI agent work, what is agentic AI, and how it is little bit different from RPA, which we are already working on. So if you have any question, do let me know. Other than that, yes, thank you. Thank you for listening.